By the way, just let you know.
Brother, oh my goodness. Oh my, no, man. He's looking right across the line. Dimwit, bro. Oh my goodness, right there.
Cal's crashing up. Cal's crashing up.
Bobby got someone right. Oh my god, for the life of me, bro. Oh my, for the life of me.
No, man, fully crashed out. Hey, man, thought he was at home just watching the game. Man forgot he was definitely on copy.
He's just chatting to him. He's just chatting to him on the bench.
I wonder if I'll get away with it.
No. You man aren't deep in it. He was going to bring on Salah, yeah?
Look how much space is on the right-hand side, you man. What is this? Oh my.
They're trying to get him sacked.
I'm done, bruv. I've got kids, bruv. It's a Friday. Why am I doing this? I'm done. Bye, man.
By other clubs in our league to sell our best, some of our more important players, should we say, to them. You know, I have no issue with them going off to Barcelona or Inter Milan. Please, I'll drive you there. I dislike you to an end so much. Your style of play.
Come on. Let me have a quick. Yeah, there we go. Come on. You lot see that? Yeah. You lot see that? Clean.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on the LFC Avengers, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit the like button, please subscribe. Big deal, Callum Sanderson is in the building interviewing MMA stars and that. You get me? Sanderson show is in the description. Tom Little, my child, is back on the channel. You get me? Misbehaving as usual. I'm going to put him in the naughty corner today. Big up to Mr. Solo Liam as well. Says he's a massive follower of the United Stands, but started watching my lives recently and they're entertaining. I appreciate you subbing with the notifications on. Thank you, my brother. You know, everyone's welcome here. You know, we're not just a Liverpool channel, we're a channel for everyone. You get me? So everyone's welcome. So please like, subscribe. Cal got a BBL beard. But outside all this, you know, we have a huge guest on today's stream. For the first time in 4 months, he's actually going to make the Monday stream. So joining us is the man himself. Man like Matt. How are you doing, Matt?
Bro, appreciate the intro, but that is such a lie. Bro, I swear I missed last week, but I was there the week before. You do realize that, right? Man said
and how many eps before that?
Yeah, there was a few.
Yeah, there was a good gap.
But now, good to always be back, man. Come on, man. Of course, man. One of my favorite shows. Come on.
And you're back actually on good news. And this is the perfect time to be back because Fabrizio Romano, who's been beefing all the journalists. First of all, guys, we already have 400 people in the building. I don't want to keep stopping the show to say like and subscribe. So hit the like button, subscribe. All the links are in the description. Sandra's show and Kopish, the Matt One show in Kopish. And you can find Tom Little on Tom Little with a one on Insta, YouTube, Twitter, the X, and you can just find them here.
If you want something, there might be some content being uploaded at some point soon on my channel before the new season.
Oh, Tom's gonna upload content.
Yeah,
wow.
There might be content going out.
Well done, respect, Tom. Tom's gonna.
Would this be your first video since the Amarin video?
No, no, fucking hell, not that long. Christ.
Wow.
I was just trying to, no. I was generally trying to think the last time I remember. Actually, no, Tom's done like lineup builders and stuff before, I think, or something like that. So,
the last video I did was a reaction to Galatasaray 1-0. And then I went, no, I can't do any more. I fucking hate this season.
Yeah. Imagine how many streams myself and Kopish did with all the losses. He was missed. I'll be honest with you.
It's the one thing I'll sit there and say, you know what? It's impressive how you just keep fucking going. I did like 2 reactions.
Bro, I'll tell you something, Tom. So many people online really believe that when the club loses, we make more money and like stuff like this.
No, it's not.
The month I've made the most money is where we were the most successful. Yeah. And actually, the month I've made the most money on YouTube, I'm pretty sure Kopish are the same without me even asking, was the month where we signed Isak, Wirtz, and won the first 3 Premier League games.
And to add to that, if I'm not mistaken,
season as well.
I was Just about to say that. Quad chasing
Yeah.
season is actually when we was the most like monetized successful. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
When
Yes.
what people need to understand is when people are annoyed and stuff can be a bit of a deterrent. Sometimes it's therapy. Do you know what I mean?
You don't watch. People don't
You're
watch.
not, you're just not as engaged. You're just not as
Yeah.
engaged. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can be unless it's something crazy. But when things are going good, like you said, yeah, when we sign Verts and then afterwards the Isak dopamine, bro.
I can't lie to you. That was the craziest. That day, I'll never forget that day. We beat Arsenal with a Soboslai free kick, and then we got the Isak Bomba at night. That day, I think every Liverpool content creator probably made the most money in his life, like on a one day basis. That was mental, bro. That was literally mental, and you know, it's just. You know, people really think they know about YouTube, but they don't. But let's start talking about the transfers and stuff like this. Bradley Barcola now is being insisted on by Fabrizio Romano that Liverpool want him. So we're going to start off by speaking on that topic right there. So please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And don't forget to follow all my brothers and follow me on Instagram. I'm going to start off with Callum Sanderson, because he's the biggest deal on the stream, interviewing MMA fighters. Go check out Sanderson's show. You get me? Milkman Sanderson is what we're calling him in the group chat.
Milkman, that's crazy.
Yeah. He loves it.
Calcium connoisseur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, look, if we get Bradley Barcola rid of that, I'll be very happy. Wouldn't necessarily have been my first choice. He's not the best left winger out there, but he's a massive, massive upgrade to what we have. And I think there's a bit of a false narrative going around about Bradley Barcola that he doesn't track back, he doesn't work hard. And if he was that good, why doesn't he start for PSG? And he doesn't. He's rubbish in front of goal. He tracks back a lot. He works hard all the time. He doesn't start for PSG because they have the best left winger in world football. Like, okay, does that make him rubbish?
They don't have Cody Gakpo.
Best left winger. Say again.
They don't have Cody Gakpo.
And Sam, now strike one if you want to. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. You know what you've done, Sam? You know what you've done? 3 minutes in, a player's gone over the ball and fouled one of their players, and they say, because it's early in the game, we're not going to give a yellow card. You set the standard for the rest of the stream, Sam.
You set the tone. You set the tone.
You set the tone, bro. You set the tone.
100%.
We're not going to have any over-the-top challenges here. Yellow card. Everyone knows what's happening.
Yeah, that's a yellow. That's a straight yellow.
Big up, Sam. Big up, Sam.
Gonna keep him in the naughty corner for 20 seconds.
Also, Barcola might be inconsistent in front of goal, but he's not rubbish in front of goal. You only have to look at his goal tally to show that he's not rubbish in front of goal.
Cal, sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Name me a clinical left winger. Clinical. He's looking for a straight. He's looking for another yellow, isn't he? He's looking for another yellow.
Tom, can you stop? Can you stop, Tom? Can you actually stop? Can you stop?
No, but Carl, serious question. You see how you said like he might not be clinical. Name me a clinical left winger. Clinical.
Jokes aside, the only one you could use the word clinical on just based off history is probably Vinny
Cavara, I'd say, is clinical in front of goal.
Did you say
he doesn't? Yeah, he doesn't get loads of shots. So here's the thing: he doesn't get loads of goals because he doesn't take loads of shots. And he doesn't get loads of shots. Yeah, but when he's actually in front of goal, he's very clinical. I'd say Rafael Leao quite clinical in front of goal as well.
But point being is there's not loads, so that's why I don't even think it's that bad when we say things like he might not be the most clinical left winger. I don't think he has to be, because you know what is your Barcola, Carl, like you're probably about to say, it's volume. You see, like if he's a volume kind of scorer, so if you give him 6 chances or whatever, he should really be scoring 2, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's about volume. Like, and sorry, Kat, this is your segment, bro. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over. I ain't been here for a minute. I'm going a bit crazy, but yeah.
Shout out to Orion as well, brother. Mbappe, we all know how sick Mbappe is, but Mbappe gets a lot of chances. You have to look at the World Cup. Mbappe got so many chances, which is why he was able to score so many goals. But even Mbappe, you wouldn't go, yeah, he's 100% clinical. No one is. Salah was another one. We used to complain sometimes.
Who is the most clinical left winger then? Because I'm looking like a list here. It's actually a bit peak, you know.
This is what I'm saying.
None of them are really clinical.
Yeah, there's not like a standout. You see, like, all right, so
like Son was clinical. Son hasn't been clinical for a couple of years.
Son was clinical in his prime.
Mane was clinical.
That again, that's another one whose time's been and gone. I'm thinking, you know, if I'm thinking now, are we saying Rafinha? Rafinha's not really clinical.
I think
Rafinha's clinical.
He's pretty. All right, if you're gonna say if someone thinks Vinny's clinical, then Rafinha kinda is, I guess. Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
clinical for me is what Son and Mane were. Rafinha's not what Son and Mane were. But in
He's
this
more of an
modern
assist
age,
kind of.
But even Mane was high volume as well. Mane was high volume as well.
I'll be honest, Kenan Yildiz ends up being quite high up on this list for clinical left wingers. I think that's
Yildiz
just
is good though. I do rate Yildiz. Do you know what? Semenyo's a shout from Wild Thing 15. Semenyo's pretty clinical at the moment.
He's improved. Yeah, he's gone up a level to get to that kind of. But bro, the point being, like you saying, Carl, I think Barcola changes everything for us. You know,
Okay, but only if he plays left wing. If he plays right
all
wing, I
right.
don't
So
think he does.
I've been thinking about it, Carl. When he was at Lyon, he was playing, I think, some right wing at times as well. Now, even though he might not, like we've been saying, the most clinical, Carl, he can get assists though. So you're playing off the right, you're asking him to do something a little bit different because you're asking him to use his stronger foot and maybe thread a ball in behind, which he can do. He can do that.
No, man. That's
No,
not
but
his
Carl,
game.
hear what I'm saying. If you play Barcola off the right, we're acting like that's some maniac tactics. It's not, bro. The things with Barcola is very good at playing on the left and the right. It's just that on the left, he's more likely to go for goal. On the right, he's more likely to go for an assist because he's going to drift in field onto his weaker foot.
All right. So the 23-24 season, he played 8 times on the right, 27 on the left. On the right wing, he got 3 assists, no goals. Left wing, he got 5 goals, 6 assists. 24-25 season.
That's his best season. He got
Played
20.
played 8 games on the right, 44 games on the left. On the right, he played 8 games, got 2 goals, 4 assists. On the left wing, he got 18 goals and 15 assists.
Okay.
And then last season, he played
definitely left.
He played 8 games on the right again, 31 on the left wing. In the 8 games he played on the right, 2 goals, 1 assist. When he played centre forward, he got 3 goals in 3 games. And when he played left wing, he got 8 and 5. So this is what I keep on saying. He hasn't played right wing properly for years now. So this notion that because he did it at Lyon, he can do it. Like Salah played at FC Basel on the left wing. When we signed him, he wasn't a left winger anymore. He was a right winger.
Mane though. Mane.
No, I hear that, but Mane played left, right, and central at Southampton. My point is,
that's true.
If we're gonna buy Barcola for the money we're buying Barcola for, then surely you play him in his best position, which allows him to thrive.
Are we really gonna have this debate again, Callum? Please.
I don't know if you listened to what I've just said to him, but I've literally just gone through the season.
Why?
Hold on. I've gone through the seasons and shown how many games he's played.
Where's his yellow card? Where's his yellow card?
In the last 3 seasons.
That's not a yellow card. That's not a yellow card.
In the last 3
That's
seasons,
a football discussion.
In the last 3 seasons, he's played 8 games right wing all those 3 seasons. Completely played.
Habibi, I understand, but that's not my argument. My argument is, and I've stuck by this argument from the beginning, is I think that the 3 behind Isak will be rotational. So it's not just going to be Barcola on the right. It's going to be Gakpo on the right and Rio on the right and Wirtz on the right. It's going to be a rotational situation. I went and I looked at Bournemouth. I went and looked at a lot of games that they play. You go look at the heat maps. You will find that the 3 behind Evan Nilsson a lot of times were interchanging. I went to one of the games, I think it was Crystal Palace or something like this, and the players were all over the pitch. This set way of like, we must have a starting right winger who's in set position, I don't think is the way Iraola is looking to play football. I think, as we saw even in the preseason game, which we'll come to in a bit, like obviously there was a lot of pressing, there was a lot of attacking action. It's not just going to be a guy in a set position, bro. And the reason why I agree with where the club are coming from is because the right wing market is dead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy the best available left winger. I'm going to rotate.
So why did we all crash out when Wirtz wasn't played in the 10 last season then?
Last season is a completely different scenario.
No. Why? It's a genuine question. Why did we crash out when Wirtz wasn't
played? Our crash outs with Wirtz wasn't just a Wirtz thing. It was never about Wirtz when we crashed out. When we crashed out, it was about the system as a whole. It was about all the slot ideas. It was about all the different things. We didn't just crash out at Wirtz. That wasn't the case. By the way, Florian Wirtz in Germany played on the left as well. For the German national team, he had a lot of good moments.
And how did that work out?
They didn't get eliminated because of him, because he was probably
never
their
said
best
it.
player.
Again, I never said it. How did that
Yeah,
work
but I
out?
just said he was their best player.
Yeah, but just because he's their best player doesn't mean he was good, though. He wasn't good.
No,
in the
because
World Cup.
there's a competition. Musiala could have been their best player. Kimmich could have been their best player.
No, but he still
He
wasn't very
outperformed them
good.
all.
Yeah,
Who
but he
Verts
still
won the
wasn't
World
very
Cup?
good. He wasn't very good. He was okay in the World Cup. Let's be
Bro, he
real.
had like
I mean,
4 assists.
Again,
He was decent though.
he was
Like,
okay.
yeah.
I never said he was crap. Never once said he was crap. He was
No,
okay in the World Cup.
but you're saying all right, but when you
It was
say
a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 maybe for performances.
No,
right?
he was not 6 out of 10.
I'll say it's a bit.
No, he's
I
not.
thought it was a bit better than that personally.
He was better than that. He was 7.
I say I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go higher than a 7.
We're doing a whole argument here now. When the reality is, we all agree Barcola's probably going to play predominantly off the left because they're going to play Rio off the right. To me, it's pretty obvious the way our front line's going to set up if you get Barcola in next year. Where I'll take you back to Wolves last season, which is the one time he done it with Rio, and it shows what Rio is about. Liverpool against Wolves in the FA Cup when we won 3-1. Rio got man of the match that day. The game plan was to overload the right-hand side, have the striker drift to the right, have the 10 drift to the right, have Salah stand out wide, leave Rio on his own. And then you play on the right, you build up on the right. If you can't get through on the right, switch your play to Rio, one-on-one isolation. I just think that's pretty much what you're going to see again this time around, but inverted. So rather than Rio being isolated on the left to one-on-one with the right back, he'll be isolated on the right to one-on-one with the left back, whilst Barcola, Vert, and Isak, both Vert and Isak, we know, like to drift out to the left. Barcola likes to come inside and operate inside. So you'll see a bit of fluidity there, maybe. But I think that it's pretty obvious that it's going to be Rio off the right this season and Munoz potentially off the right this season. And if he stays, Chiesa off the right this season. I don't think that it's going to be Barcola and Gakpo out there. It certainly can't be Gakpo because
Tom, let's say that you're right though, and Rio does play right because remember Rio did speak about playing on both wings this season. He actually spoke about I think during an interview. Do you still think on the right he can be just as effective, or do you think? And this is to everyone on the panel. Do you think it limits his game a little bit? Because let's say if he goes byline, he can put in a cross or cut it back. But obviously, when you play on the left, being a right footer, you're going infield onto your strongest foot, which opens up the game a bit more for you. So do you think this is good for him? Does it hamper him a bit, or are you guys cool with it?
I think it's good for his development in a sense. I think he'll have to learn how to do different things. And ultimately, look, I think that he probably prefers to play off the left, but as good as I think he is, Barcola's better than him. And I've got to put my best players in the best positions. Rio can work out on the right. Rio's skill set works out on the right. Let's not forget when he got man of the match for England, he played off the right that game. Okay, he came off the bench against Nottingham Forest and played on the right and created the best chance of the game.
Are we now saying that Rio should be a starter for Liverpool?
I'm not saying he should be a starter for Liverpool. I'm saying when he's going to play this season, his minutes are predominantly going to come off the right because we've got Barcola, who you spent a lot of money on and who's coming in to be a starter. So he's going to predominantly hold down that position. And if Isak's playing and you've got Barcola playing, Gakpo's going to get minutes off the left as well at points. The right wing is where he's going to share his minutes with the likes of Munoz, the likes of Chiesa, the likes of Rio. I think that's pretty obvious.
So can I, again, I want to be clear because I know what's going to happen. It's going to be, okay, I want us to sign Barcola. But are we not looking at the balance of the team here? Because with all due respect, if we've got all these players who can already play left wing, but I'm shoehorning players to play on the right wing, is that not a problem?
It's not shoehorning if they can play there.
No. So Bosley can play right back, but that'd be shoehorning. We can all agree, right?
Yeah, because that's moving them completely out of position. That's moving them into a different area of the pitch.
But that's also moving Rio out. Rio's come through the academy playing left wing.
Munoz and Rio can play off the right. They played off the right.
There, but you're still shoehorning, Tom. That's my point. Just because a player can play there doesn't mean you should play them there. I'm all about balance, innit? Go and get me Barcola 100 times out of 100. But we still need balance. I've seen Liverpool teams with great players have no balance. It comes and equates to nothing. Therefore, where is the balance?
I think it is balance.
If I've got all these left wingers, if I'm buying Barcola, fine, but I still need to address the right-hand side properly. I don't want to see a situation where
So now we're getting into a separate argument. Now we're getting into a separate debate of when you talk about the right wing. I'm saying that Munoz and Iraola play there this season, whatever. I also would rather it was them than us going out to buy someone in this market because there's no one good in this market. So I would rather see Rio or Munoz there. I think you can get balance with Rio or Munoz on the right. What needs to happen is you need to get a defensive right back. And we all saw from the friendly, Frimpong has not started well. We're seeing the same problems with him at right back. So the ideal thing would be for Liverpool to go and get a slightly more defensive right back, which A, gives Kirkes the license to bomb forwards off the left when Barcola tucks inside, which is what you want. That's where Kirkes thrives. You don't want him deep. And B, what it also does is it gives whoever's on the right the support behind them to do the one-on-one isolation on the wing. I think that both Munoz and Rio would be perfectly fine off the right. Because what we have to understand to a degree, Cal, is we don't... Wirtz is going to want the ball. Wirtz is going to be... I'm going to use a basketball term. Wirtz should be the primary ball handler in the final third for Liverpool. He should be the guy getting on the ball the most in the final third for us and creating. Barcola should then also be one of the ones getting on the ball a lot, whether it's to drive into the box or shoot. We want Isak not necessarily on the ball much, but receiving the ball in the box. There's one football on the pitch. I need my right winger to do a specific job, which is to cause the left back problems and to create from out wide for the balance of the team. If you're after balance on this team, I don't want my right winger being a left footer who also wants to come inside and operate that way, because then what you're going to do is push the right back on, and we don't have. And I'd rather not have the right back and the left back push on at the same time, because then it's going to expose the midfield in that way. Because you only got to pivot there, and one of them is going to be Szoboszlai. So if Szoboszlai is going to be trying to be all action, and both fullbacks are trying to bomb the pitch, there's no balance there. For me, the balance comes from having a Rio or a Munoz or a Chiesa on the right, who's going to stand out wide, hold width, have a defensive right back behind them, and then you can play Szoboszlai. Whoever, I'm just saying, Chiesa, he's at the club, and then you have Szoboszlai play on the right hand side of the pivot to support the right winger defensively and to support the right winger going forwards in a degree of his role to what he had the year we won the title. Because if you remember the year that we won the title, Szoboszlai would play in the 10, but he'd make a lot of runs into the right-hand channel. Now, I'm just asking Szoboszlai to do something like that, just from a little bit deeper at points, with the support of a right winger who's holding the width and a right back who's going to cover him behind him. That's the way I think it has to go.
Genuine question. What makes us believe that Munoz is going to be good enough to play on the right? What are we basing this on?
A 3-minute.
I'm not even trying to trip anyone up. I'm just asking genuine questions. What makes us...
The thing is, none of us knew about Munoz before we bought him, so it'd be hypocritical to go, oh yeah, I know this, I've watched this type thing. I'm just going off the reports. The reports say he can play on the right. And is it ideal? No, none of them are really ideal, but they're more ideal than going out and buying in this market.
Are they though? Because we might not like the names that we go, but all right. So you tell me, how many times has Munoz played right wing in his career?
I'm assuming 10 to 15.
Okay, and what's his GA from there? What's his
idea?
Yeah, but why are we focusing on?
No, but I'm saying, how can we sit there and say it'd be better to play Munoz there on the right than buying someone when we don't even know what?
Do you know what? I think Tom's is based off maybe due to the fact of reportedly he's supposed to be a versatile attacker. Obviously, I don't think. Remember, no one's watched no one because we didn't get linked with it. No one can really do the capping thing and start doing the whole. Yeah, man, watched him last season. No one saw him last season, but just going off what's been said about him, he's supposed to be a versatile attacker. But you're right though, Cal, because Munoz is just entering a league where, again, physicality and whatnot. Yes, he's athletic. We don't know whether he's going to start. He could be just a backup option. He could be our super sub. We generally don't know yet. So you can only go after players that are already established, and that's Gakpo, Rio, and obviously Barcola if we do get him.
Even Rio's not established yet, Matt. Even Rio's not established.
All right, he's becoming established.
And I love Rio.
But Rio is going to be, when I say established, he's going to be, in my opinion, one of the not key players, but he will play a lot of minutes this season, in my opinion. Way more than last year. I think his development takes another step.
He'll play more than last year.
Yeah. So I'm going to have the premise of...
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to have the premise of, if we get Barcola, we've already got Gakpo and you got Rio. for balance wise, you have to play the best players in their best position. That means if you're buying Barcola, ideally you would want him on the left. Don't know what happens to Cody Gakpo then, because Gakpo on the right is like a definite no-no. So then you're probably asking Rio to go on the right. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Or it's going to be Rio left and Barcola right. Point being is, though, Barcola is a quality player. Quality. If we believe in this coach and we believe in our club, which there is a little bit of faith that is lacking, Liverpool should make the right moves in the market and make the right moves on the pitch from a tactical approach where we do get the best out of our players. And I know what Hassan is saying about the whole fluidity, like, and things like that. And I do think that will be part of the game. However, when I think of, like, even, I hate to say this because I'm now going to sound like Arnie Slot. When I think of PSG, I already know their right winger was, I know. When I think of PSG, I know Crabbe's on the left, innit? I know Dembele's up front and I know is on the right. However, to Hassam's point, they do change. Like, you will see at some points in the game, oh, look, Dembele's gone to the left-hand side for it. Just for, like,
that's what I was about to say to Callum. That's why these transfer market stats about Barcola playing on the right-hand side 8 games. Yeah, because he started there 8 games, but during the game he moved there. That's my point. In game, it's because when you start on the pitch, like on the right-hand side, he's only started 8 times there. However, but during the game, you'd see him on the left, you'd see him down the middle, even sometimes you'd see him on the right, you'd see him all over the pitch. And that's the whole thing with this PSG front system. The only thing that brings balance, there's only one solution then. If you're going to harp on about balance, then you have to sell Cody Gakpo and bring in a right winger. That's the only way that you can end this balance.
Which is what,
because outside that, it's impossible to create balance with, like, in Callum's world, basically, with the players that we have. It's impossible to have the balanced team across. It's just literally, it's not even that I don't want it. It's literally not possible.
Yeah,
it's not possible to create it in Callum's world, which is, with the team and the players that we currently have. So
yeah,
for me, I think the only way is we do that. But then that means we would have to keep Chiesa as backup striker, because Cody Gakpo was also looked at as backup striker.
Who's a better backup striker for you guys, Cody Gakpo or Chiesa? The reason why I'm asking is I feel like there's not room for both of them.
I prefer watching Chiesa play it, because Chiesa plays it more. Chiesa gets more involved and he's a bit more proactive with it, and I think his press is better. Neither of them are ideal, but I prefer watching Chiesa play it.
This is going to sound so harsh. Other than finishing, because Chiesa I still think is a good finisher.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he's done. I just think Chiesa's done. I just think to myself, when I look at Chiesa, for all the talent that he had to what he has now, we just got to be real, man. Chiesa couldn't play for City. He couldn't play for Arsenal. He couldn't play for Chelsea. He couldn't probably play for Spurs. Like, is he good enough for us? Come on, we just got to open our eyes. I know we want to do the whole save a player and help him reignite his career and all that stuff. Nah, for me, Chiesa needs to go. And if Kyle wants the balance, and like we all want the balance, in my opinion, you replace Chiesa with a right winger. You replace Chiesa, and then Gakpo can play backup striker. And not only that, Gakpo is a better left winger than Chiesa is a right winger. We just have to be honest.
Yeah, no.
We've got to stop doing it, because there's players in our squad.
I still with Chiesa, it's about just he's a good fit in terms of when you're talking about, he's not going to throw his toys out the pram. He's going to stick. He's versatile. He can play.
He's
each
on
of the positions.
150 a week.
I know. That's probably also why you're going to struggle to sell him.
Yeah.
So I have to try and look at the
but
positives.
he has to take a wage cut.
And why,
that's his business.
By the way, I know it's slightly off topic, but I just had a look at Munoz's full stats profile. He's very good at crossing. His crosses are some. He's in the top 10% for attackers for threat traced off crosses, and his other strength is dribbling and his carrying into the final third. To me, this
could be a solution, but we can't buy him because he's not for sale. We can loan him.
He's not, unless he Cal, you've been.
He's
saying about
available for
Hendrick.
loan. It's public
Yeah.
information. He's available for loan.
I just don't think he's available. I've never spoken about Hendrick because I've always said to myself, you're not getting him out of Real Madrid. Remember, when you're
he's not for sale, but we can get him for loan.
He don't want to leave. He wants
that for me makes the most sense. Getting Hendrick on loan makes the most sense.
I don't like loans. I don't like loans.
But then, did you know what? As well, Cal?
For the sake of this situation, what would be bad about this loan for a season?
I just don't like loans in general. I think that all we do is we don't really get any long-term benefit out of it. We get
but we kind of need short-term benefit now, though.
No, because I'd rather play Munoz. I'd rather give the year to Munoz to develop than develop someone else's player.
So you'd rather play Munoz right wing than get Hendrick in on loan for 1 year?
Yeah, I'd rather go with Rio and Munoz on the right. I'd rather go with my players on the right.
Oh, man.
I'd rather go with my players. I've made it pretty clear where I stand on the right wing. I think we need a right footer on the right wing this season because we need that guy. Because we need that guy to hold the width.
Brother, you can get a left-footed winger who can do that.
I'd rather it be a right footer like the ones we've got. Would you want who we got? Pedro Neto. Is Pedro Neto going to hold width? No, because he's shit. Is Minte going to hold width?
Pedro Neto does hold width from the right side. What are we doing here?
He's shit. He's shit.
Is he okay? So is Munoz better than Pedro Neto?
I would rather Munoz than Pedro Neto.
No, that's not the question I asked you.
I'd rather.
Is he better? You're not answering
yes or no. I can't say yes or no because I haven't watched him, but I'd rather go with him.
If you're calling Pedro Neto crap, but you don't know if Munoz is better or not, what does that say about what your feelings are? It doesn't make sense what you're saying, Tom.
I would rather the devil I don't know than the devil I know.
Is Rio better than Neto on the right wing?
Yes.
I can't.
I'd rather Rio than Neto, yeah.
No, you keep on saying you'd rather. There's a difference between I'd rather eat certain food, but doesn't mean that one food is better or more expensive than the other.
Well, now we're getting into the world of opinions. My opinion is Rio's better than Neto. Your opinion might be otherwise. My point is I would rather play Rio and Munoz on the right this season than go out and spend 80 million fucking quid on Minte or Neto because I think they're pointless.
Hold on. You're changing the argument. We literally just said Hendrick on loan.
I don't want a loan player.
Say again?
I don't want a loan player. I don't want to develop someone else's player for them.
You do know a loan works both ways. You know a loan works both ways.
Yes, if he's any fucking good, which we don't know. If you present it to me,
any good
in the Premier League, no.
Oh,
if you present it to me, Cal, as a loan where we get the option to buy him, I'm all of a sudden a lot more open to it. If it's a straight loan, then no, I'd rather not. I'd rather just use the players I've got and develop the players I've got. That's what I'd rather have.
Got to the players I've got.
Yeah, I'd rather play Munoz and Rio out there.
Hey, Tom.
This is why we don't win on a regular basis. It genuinely is a reason why we don't win on a regular basis.
Carl, I understand both arguments, though. You're saying Hendrick on loan just makes enough sense because it does. Like, brother, he's a quality player. He could play right wing and he could play striker. He's a hybrid.
Hold on. Wait, one sec, man. Lewis Kumas came off the bench the other day and played up top and scored a really good goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Would you take Ivan Toney on loan or?
No, I'd keep Kumas.
No, there he is.
I keep Kumas.
Go on, Matt. Go on, defend him.
I want to keep my place.
Wait there. Carl saying Hendrick makes sense, right wing striker. Tom saying, but if we're gonna do that and we don't reap no benefits, you're just training up a player to go and play better for someone else. Even though you get the short term of, let's say Hendrick does well. Let's say Hendrick surpasses even what people think. Then he kicks off back to Real Madrid. Yeah. Then we've still got. Then Tom's basically saying we got to go and find another. We still got to go and find that player.
But check the other side of it.
Wait. He's saying we don't know how good Munoz is, but he's saying he's willing to give Munoz a chance to prove that he's good enough to play for Liverpool and maybe even surprise us. That's what Tom's saying. He's saying he'd rather gamble with the unknown player who we've signed, give him a chance rather than automatically getting in Hendrick and going, yeah, Munoz, yeah, you can get some meaty minutes. That's what I think Tom's trying to say.
All right, well, check this though, Matt. How about we got here's the other side of that. Hendrick comes into Liverpool, comes in on loan, and we do really well. I'm not even saying we win the league, but I might finish second or third, which then becomes a situation where we go, right, next season, yeah, Endrick's going back, but all we need to get is a right winger because we've seen now the rest of the squad's balanced. Doesn't that put us in a better position next season to attack the season?
But I could do that with Munoz. I could do that with Munoz already.
Based on what? Based on what?
Based on your situation, is Endrick comes in and the team's dead good. Munoz could be that. It comes down to what you want from the winger. I think me and you want different things from the winger. I want different things.
I want a winger who can score and create. This notion that Munoz is a good crosser of the ball. Okay, he's a good crosser of the ball. Who's he crossing the ball to?
I don't know, the fucking 130 million quid striker we bought.
Oh, because Isak's that guy in the air who just eats up headers and that's his game.
Yeah, he got 9-10 headers. He scored 9-10 headers. Guess what? You can cross the ball on the fucking ground.
Hold on. Matt, not once have I said that Isak's not cold, but it's Isak's game. I'm going to get in between the centre-backs and I'm going to win this header every single time.
But Cal, I think you just thought when Tom said crossing, you're just thinking in here, bro. When we say, crossing could just be like you're drilling it across the ground. Bro, Isak wants that chance, Don't get it twisted. That's what he's built for.
I heard all this, what you're saying now. I heard the same things about Frimpong last season. Summer. I heard the exact same things about Frimpong last summer. Tell me I'm lying.
Okay, Callum. Let's get to the bottom of this.
No one can tell me I'm lying.
Hold on, wait. Whole loan thing is not going to happen. Would you sell Gakpo? Would you sell Gakpo and buy a right winger then?
Yes.
But I sell Gakpo.
100%.
Name the right winger.
All right.
Endrick on loan. I've said it about 100 times.
All right, but
Endrick on loan was my solution. And you're cheating a little bit. Who would you buy?
I'm cheating. I'm just speaking about Endrick before you.
No, I want to know who would you buy. Buy is not loan. I want to know who.
Yeah, I was gonna say because remember, we've had no links to Endrick.
The only right winger that's available on the market right now is either Minte or Conceição.
Without taking out Endrick because
it's literally Minte or Conceição. That's it.
We generally don't know.
Who else? No one right wing options available for sale. That's the two right there. Minte, Conceição. Done. End of list.
Saying go and get Endrick on loan for a year, which gives you another year.
People keep saying Ryan, guys. We're not gonna pay 100 million for Ryan and 120 for Barcola. That's 220 million. We need centre backs. We're gonna come to the game and speak about it now. We need centre backs. We need a right back. It's not just one. It's not forwards only. We need. Joe Gomez is already out.
I mean.
Did he break? I didn't. Did he break down?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr.
He broke down.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Yeah. Is Callum crazy for wanting 4 centre backs still? Shut your ass up.
He doesn't need 4 centre backs. If you're talking about that game that
Matt, Joe Gomez broke down in the first 9 minutes of the game, bro.
Yeah,
Jeremy Jacquet was left
Episode 1, 9 minutes in, and we already need a centre back.
Hold on, Matt. Jeremy Jacquet was unable to make the match day squad as well from a.
Really? Yeah. Remember when we had concerns about?
No. I'm just negative. I'm a discount.
Cool. Yeah. He's better than Canate already. He's better than Canate. He hasn't started one game and he's already.
You know what I'm saying? Here? I'm seeing people just want to run agendas. Let's focus on what happened in that game.
It's not agendas when it happens.
There's no agenda. Do you know, Tom? Before you go mad, what happened in that game? Right there, Tom. Before you go mad, I'm gonna say it calmly because I don't want to do a shouting match today. Me and Cal said from weeks we think Jacquet is a talented centre back, but him walking into the Premier League straight after a shoulder thing, it's like you're hoping a lot of things go right and he needs a bit of time. We also said with Leone, he's coming off the back of an ACL, and Cal was saying he's going to need time to get back, and you were like, well, if he's back,
he's still not in full training, by the way. He's not
in full training. We also say Joe Gomez is a ticking time bomb, just waiting to get another injury. Yeah? Virgil van Dijk is also 35 years old, more minutes under the legs, more mileage. It's a lot to ask him as well regarding the centre-back partners he has.
Yeah.
So when me and Kyle was saying we desperately need a centre-back and all you kept on saying is, well, you don't spend 60 million on Jeremy Jacquet. This is why
I have been open to getting a centre-back the whole fucking window.
Really?
This isn't like last summer.
Yeah, no, but here's a caveat. It has to be a left-footed centre-back who plays as a rotation.
No.
Okay.
I've
Sam, how many times has he said that, Sam?
No, I agree. Cal,
why are you lying?
I'm not lying. I've said I was like that. But, I'm going to say something really crazy here, guys. Opinions can change. So when you get presented when you get presented with new
it's based on Joe Gomez getting injured,
No,
which
no,
we
no, no,
know
no, no,
he's made from
no,
Weetabix
no,
anyway.
When we
No,
told
no,
you
no,
he's gonna
again,
get injured,
You know
now you're
what? When
saying
I'm
he's
able to say the point, you'll understand where I'm coming from.
Go ahead. Here.
Go.
So, my view on the centre backs is you should go get Zabani. That should be your centre back signing from PSG on whether you buy him for a fee or a loan with an obligation option to buy whatever, where you've got the control over the situation.
Loan.
Yes, Cal. Are you gonna?
You just said you don't like.
Are you purposely fucking dense? The reason I said I don't want to do the Hendrick loan is because you said it was a straight loan. I said in that Hendrick point, if you tell me it's a loan with an option to buy, I'm a lot more open to it because then I'm not developing him for someone else. So, the centre-back you should get is Zabani. Your centre-back rotation should be 5 centre-backs this season. It should be Van Dijk.
No!
Imagine if I could finish the fucking point. It should be
gaslit, bro.
It should be. No. Again, let me finish for fuck's sake. Let me finish.
Light up the place through, but lighting up.
Let me finish for fuck's sake.
Gas lighting.
Let me finish because Cal. This will make sense to Cal once I say it. Cal, what's the thing? When we were talking last summer, we'll go to last summer because this is when we had the big debate about it. When we were doing the centre back talks last summer, how did I describe to you my perfect defensive depth setup?
I zoned out, Tom. Let me know.
Perfect. So it was 4 centre backs, 3 of which who believe they can start regularly. For me, if you get Zabani in, you have a situation like that where you have Van Dijk, Zabani, and Xhaka, who all believe they should be starting regularly. Leone is the 4th one, who is happy to be a rotation piece, and your 5th centre back can be one of the 2 young lads who played against Sunderland, whether it's NDI or Nduke, whatever one you want to pick. Because only
one of them can't play. One of them.
So that's why I said you make your choice. If you want the left-footed guy, it's NDI. If you want the right-footed guy, it's Nduke. He's the 5th choice centre back. Now, what does that look like? That looks like the centre back rotation to a degree. What we had in 23-24, where you have 3 centre backs who believe they can be starters in Van Dijk, Canate, and Matip. One guy who's
Gomez as well.
Gomez was happy to play in other positions this season.
Comparing Matip to Zabani.
Where did I compare them as players? Where did I compare them as players?
Virgil from 3 years ago to
Are we just purposely being dense? Are we just purposely being dense? I'm comparing the situations.
You're dimming down the situation rather than...
I'm not dimming down the situation.
You are, Tom.
I'm not. I'm making it clear where I stand on how I think the centre-back should be. The centre-back should be Van Dijk, Zabani, Xhaka, Leone, and NDI. I think you should be NDI because he's left-footed. That's how I think the centre-back rotation should be for this season.
He hasn't got a work permit. I know he probably...
Neither of them do. What it is, you get 1 ESC spot. You can get 4, but because we don't have any players playing for England, we only get 1. We've got 1 ESC spot which goes to a player who hasn't got a work permit. It grants them special dispensation.
I think the only reason because neither NDI
neither NDI or Nduke have one. They're gonna give it to NDI. So Nduke has to go out on loan. If they had 2, they'd give it to the pair of them. Neither of them have the work permit because neither of them qualified for it yet. But NDI can get that special dispensation thing. So that's why he'll stay. That for me is how the centre back should look. I watched that game on what was it, Friday night, Saturday morning, whatever it was. Saturday night. I was really impressed with the young centre backs. I thought they handled the situation very well. Yes, you saw some. Oh, here we go.
God.
Here we go.
God, we're falling for this again.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Here we go.
This
is pre-season. Don't be thick. This is pre-season. This is pre-season. Don't do this. And Nduke looked good. It's Sunderland B team in the second half and shit. Allow it.
Good in the first half.
He was playing against Isidore, bro. Allow it. Isidore is from Haiti. Like, allow this notion that
Check this,
he
Sam.
could be an option at centre back. Just allow
Sam,
it,
check
bro.
this, check this.
I hate when every preseason Tom does this without fail. Every preseason, because he's immensely he's just so attracted to having a player from the academy. It gives him like this sort of feeling.
Well,
in
let's
his
pause on
veins.
that fucking statement.
I cannot
first.
explain it.
I'm
But
not
this
attracted
guy
to players from
every
the
summer
academy.
does the
Fucking
same
hell, let's
thing.
stop there.
Ben Woodburn, Calvin Ramsey, you've been doing this for 5
Doak.
years and you've not learned your lesson once
Yeah, Doak, innit?
because you're a
Remember Doak?
bastard.
Ben don't
If
score
I
for
put in Dukwe or in Ndiaye in a serious Premier League game or in a serious Champions League game, they will get abused and they will get cooked. Let's allow the shit. Preseason does not mean...
like Kwanzaa was in 23-24.
Kwanzaa had already played a whole season.
Kwanzaa played grown man football in the Championship.
He didn't play in the Championship.
Wherever the hell he played, League One, Championship. That's even more unforgiving than the Premier League.
Academy in England. Sorry, Hassam.
Yeah, he didn't come through the academy, buddy.
Check this, yeah. Check this. I've broken down the centre back situation from last year to where we are now.
So tired of
I've seen online Liverpool fans saying, "Oh well, Konate was crap anyway. Konate was 4th choice for France, and we've got Jacquet now." Let me ask you guys a question: where would Jacquet have figured in the French squad?
3rd choice.
Oh, would you have made the French squad ahead of Lucabre and all those other French centre backs?
Yeah, he's better than them.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's better than them. I just, God forbid, I want to see the long-term health of the football club.
So what's the Joe Gomez
to get
injury
long-term health, Tom, to get long-term health, you also need short-term health. I cannot plan for next year.
I have short-term health.
I cannot plan for next year on my life if I say to myself, well, I'm not going to eat until next year. Because guess what, Tom? I ain't going to make it to next year.
Yeah, because that'd be fucking stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Tom, I'll tell you something. You want to know the problem? Let me tell you the problem with you. Let me tell you the problem with you, yeah?
You have to have short-term.
And there's a big issue with this. There's a big issue with this conversation.
Yeah.
You might not expect Iraola to challenge for the league. The problem is we have a community of 1,300 people in the chat, all expecting Iraola to challenge for the league and go all the way.
Yep.
The thing you need to understand is this applies unnecessary pressure on the youngster and it applies unnecessary pressure on the manager. I feel bad for Iraola already because I can tell, and we will come to the game after we're done with the centre-back topic. I could tell already he's a fantastic manager. You could tell already from his style, he's no nonsense. He knows exactly what he's doing. But when you look at the current state of the squad, people will say I'm glazing or twerking, all these dumb words that people have been using online for the last 2 years because one dumbass enabled it online. When you look at the current state of the squad, it is objectively worse than our own squad last season. It's objectively worse than Arsenal. It's objectively worse than Manchester City. And you could make the argument that it's objectively worse than Man United. As things stand. It's not good enough to compete for the top level.
Yes,
we are relying, and everyone keeps talking about crossing this and crossing that. This is why signing Barcola for me is significant. You know why signing Barcola is significant? 100. For a bigger reason than a right wing, left wing, which Mr. Sanderson keeps harping on about. I have a bigger reason. My reason is my guy cannot be week in, week out Alexander Isak. It can't. You want to know why? Because Alexander Isak is made from Weetabix. Because Alexander Isak is an injury-prone player. This is something we have to accept. Right. If we get 30 to 35 games out of Isak this season, he's remained fit. That's a fit season from him, considering. I'm saying all comps as well. True. Like 35 games, all comps. When you look at the current state of the squad, there's a reason why I think Arsenal will win the league. There's a reason why I think City will finish second. Because they have more complete squads. They have ready-made teams. You look at the City centre-back situation. It's good. Their midfield situation. It's good. Even if Rodri leaves, they're looking at getting Boad. Yes, he's not the level of Rodri. Yes, they might face a drop-off. I agree. However, they have the numbers at least. The problem with us is currently quality and quantity is questionable. Cody Gakpo is a serviceable Premier League player. He's not shit and he's not amazing. Okay? Federico Chiesa is injury prone. And let's be honest, this is season 3 of us talking about Chiesa. None of us can talk to him with a degree of certainty.
He can bounce. He can go, bro.
Rio Gomoa. This is my problem with Rio Gomoa. Every time he got the ball in the United States tour, the whole crowd is like, ooh, Rio has the ball. This now adds extra pressure on a youngster. People don't get it. It's not that I don't rate Rio. I jokingly said he's the next Lamine Yamal. I was so happy to watch Rio Gomoa. But Rio Gomoa last season played without expectation. This season he played with expectation.
People were
last
doing
season
that
he
last
played
year.
without expectation. Allow it. You know he played without expectation.
No, but if your thing is the crowd going, oh, Rio's on the ball, that's adding expectation. He had that last year.
I'm saying the level of expectation is different because they got excited only when Rio had the ball. Victor Munoz is an Osasuna player. Yes, he's a Madrid and Barcelona academy product because Ram is edgy and he's in the chat and I'm gonna ban him. But he's an academy product of big clubs, but he played for Osasuna, so he's not used to a big club. Bradley Barcola, the reason why he's important is not right wing and left wing. The reason why he's important is because he plays against low blocks week in, week out. It's because he's experienced. It's because he's the Champions League winner. It's because he knows what it's like to wear the shirt of a heavy club.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, bro, you think the Liverpool, like, oh, you think he's worried because of Callum and Matt's ratings on Kopish? He had PSG Ultras to worry about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Way worse. Those guys would come knocking on your door in the thousands if you mess up. So when you look at this current team, we need quality and quantity. That's why, for me personally, I am closing the door on selling players. I don't rate Gakpo, but I'm keeping him. Now, for me, sales is done. I'm not trying to sell a single player. I don't care who he is, you know, unless it's Endo, because he doesn't even play to begin with. So selling him doesn't make a difference.
What positions are you buying then?
Or selling Chiesa. For me, I'm not even gonna over the top Tom. Right back, centre back, forward line player. That's it.
So Barcola, Zabani, and Spence.
Yes, and that's a good window.
That's all I want.
Yes, but the problem is, Tom, you're missing the point. I gave you credit. Liverpool fans are applying unnecessary pressure on Iraola and they're giving him crazy expectations, brother. It's the reality, and you've seen it online.
For me, I know basically what I'd want the squad to be next year, and I'd feel comfortable with that squad being good enough to achieve what I think it can achieve.
By the way, Tom, get mentally ready because Callum is writing stuff down, which means he's coming back to debate you on something. I promise.
I've written down my full squad for this season. I've written down
when you see Callum doing this.
Yeah, when you see Callum doing this, you know, you could tell he's in his high school prefect era.
Trust me.
Let me just.
I mean, I've got my squad written down for what I think.
But before we go there, Tom, wait. Let me just do these supers, and then we're gonna carry on to have the topic. So big up to all of you guys locked in, guys. We have 1,400 people in here. We're not even at 500 likes. You bunch of Richard Hughes scrubs in the chat. Close the live chat and hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram as well. Big up to Idris who says, Hussam, you keep saying fluid all you want. No one wants to see Gakpo play right wing. Barcola is a left winger in Liverpool's eyes. We know that because they wanted him last summer if we could get Isak. So front three of Barcola, Ekitike, Salah. Yes, we wanted Bradley Barcola and Isak together. Buddy, in case you're unaware, Gakpo is also linked to leaving the club last summer. Buddy, he was linked to Bayern Munich. So it would change the whole direction of the squad. Not just Barcola. Don't make it a just Barcola thing. Gakpo was going to leave. Diaz was going to leave. Keep this in mind. Both of them were going to leave. But then Barcola was unattainable last summer. So, yeah. Big up to Dries again, who says, Rio and Frimpong defending against swingers is food. I'll be honest with you. I think Frimpong is slowly becoming one of the most overhated players. He made a mistake in preseason. He's not like some shit player or anything. He's good. He's not amazing. He's not crap. But we need a right back. That's the truth. We need a right back with him. Stop all your... No. Allow it. I don't want to have a Frimpong debate. It's not worth debating on.
Yeah, I know. I think we chill on Frimpong. I understand his deficiencies, but like, just let him see if we
He's not that bad, isn't it? He's a 6 out of 10. Like,
yeah. People talking like Frimpong won like a competition to play for Liverpool. That's how bad it is. They're talking like he's
he fucking plays like that sometimes.
I've heard Callum call him worse things. Stop all your blood clot crying.
Never.
That's crazy. You didn't win no competition, bro.
100 million, 200 million, 300 million. Market is the market. Inflation is it. It is, I think he means. 10 years from now, 200 million will be the standard. Yes. And this is why if Liverpool somehow sign Barcola for 100 million, given today's conditions, that's a steal. at 100 mil, probably in today's conditions, that's a steal, bro. I'll be honest with you. Deep this. and let's not do hindsight about how he played now. We signed Isak for basically the same thing that Forest got Elliot Anderson money.
Yeah. Well, Verts as well. Like,
no, Verts was cheaper than Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because none of the add-ons were activated yet.
Yeah.
True.
You know why? Because we're shit. Munoz played 10 games at right wing, scored 1 goal. The Munoz right wing thing is more a Tom Little thing, I'll be honest with you. Tom Little too. The edgelord strikes again.
God forbid, I don't want to develop Real Madrid's player for them.
You keep on missing the point, Tom.
No, because your point is that Hendrick could come in and he could be really good for us, and then what? We're left a year later, unless he breaks every record going. All that happens is a year later, I'm left with nothing. I'm left fucking shit out of change.
Let me ask you a question, Tom. Genuine question. Let's say you've got to travel an hour to work, but you can only get there by car.
Mm-hmm.
But you know you've got a car that you want to get, but it's not going to be available for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Would you not potentially loan a car in that 6-month period, knowing that you're not going to keep it for the long term? So yeah, it's going to cost you the monthly to do that, but it means you get to and from work, and you can still make a living and do your job. And then in 6 months' time, when you get the car you want, it's there ready, and you can continue on with your life. Would you not say that's a smart thing to do?
No.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Go on, Sam. I'll throw it back to you, bro.
Frimpong is so bad. I'm genuinely scared. I wouldn't say he's so bad. Like he's not bad.
I don't understand. Like people, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some weird hatred.
Matt, I'm not taking a minute. Matt, did you watch the friendly? Have you watched the friendly yet?
No, not properly.
No, cool.
But I saw the mistake from Frimpong.
It wasn't a mistake. He slipped. Like I'm not even being mad at that.
But what about for the rest of the game? Was he that bad? Like we're talking like, oh my days. Like
yes, he was the worst player on the pitch.
No, he wasn't. Frimpong and Simicast were really bad, bro. Really bad. Yeah, because this is not just a Frimpong thing either. Simicast thing as well. Simicast was really bad as well.
And Kirkes came on, yeah?
Yeah.
And done well.
Kirkes was fine. Kirkes looked like Kirkes got a pass from an overlap. Kirkes was happy.
That's my God. Remember from time. Don't remember. Can I say something though? I know this is people can say it's different. When Kirkes came to the club and was a little bit shaky and being asked like to do like basically play differently to how he was at Bournemouth, he did look a bit funky. And I kept on saying, believe in him. Then lo and behold, as season went on and on, people started to believe in him again. Can't the same thing happen to Frimpong where like, you know where his deficiencies are? He just needs confidence, bro. Because I've always said this as well, yeah? When a player is low on confidence, where it looks like he probably does have, yeah, he's going to look even worse, bro. Like, do you not see a world where he can improve?
I say this with, I'm not even taking the mick. I genuinely
even remember Atletico last season.
No, I hear it. I have all the time in the world for Frimpong as the person. Like, I'd love him to succeed because of as a person. He's I'm not doing
that, Carl.
Let me land.
Guys,
let me land. As a person,
no. Do you know why? No,
guys, let me just land. I'm not.
You sound like me calling out a content creator I don't like. Let's just
let me just land.
I don't know him personally, but the stuff he says online,
I would love Frimpong to succeed. But when I look at the attributes needed for right back, not just in the Premier League, but today's modern game, I don't see any boxes he ticks other than pace. And even at the weekend, he tried to do the whole stop the ball, stand the defender up and knock it past him. Defenders are too wise at now. The defender just stepped in front of him and passed the ball back to the goalkeeper. Why? Because he's too predictable in his approach. Frimpong's going to get the ball, he's going to stop the ball, he's going to wiggle the left leg, knock it past and try and run onto it. And with all due respect, that doesn't work anymore because teams are just going to be too smart to that. When he's at his best is when he gets to run with the ball from deep and attack players, and then he can move and change direction, and it's harder for a defender to keep up with him. But when he stops and then starts, it doesn't work. And then from a defensive standpoint, Matt, it don't look great. In the air, he kind of gets bullied. On the ground, he kind of gets bullied. He's not great at tackling. He doesn't read the game great from a defensive standpoint. He is a wing back. And I know people say, oh, there's not a big difference with right back and wing back. There is. There's a massive difference. He's a great wing back. As a right back, as a right winger, he's average or slightly below average. And I don't want that at Liverpool.
I don't want to
I'm not
develop
saying
other
to-
teams' players. No teams, no loans. Sorry. 10 minutes later, get me a loan player, please. Callum, stop being tense. Tom's contradiction. Thomas Little, are you here, buddy? To respond to the allegations of Ponzi, huh?
I'm going to defend
Callum.
Tom here. He did say of an option to buy, but I'm saying I don't
No, he
care if
said
there's an option or
obligation to
not.
buy. Defend him properly. Or don't
No, he
defend him.
changed it to option.
Oh, he changed it to option. Yeah, Tom, you are dense then. We don't need 4 center backs. We need 5 center backs. Cal was right. Cal sometimes does make good points when no one denies that. Sometimes he actually makes very valid points. And you can, obviously look at the center back situation now and cry because this is bad. I'll be honest with you guys. This is straight up bad, man. There is no nice way to say it. This is shit. But we need a center back badly. Like, if we sign 2 center backs, it would still make sense.
Bro, this is why I'm kind of annoyed with the penalty thing. It's got nothing to bro.
Look at this reaction.
You're gaslighting me now. You're gaslighting me now, Sam.
All that was supposed to happen was supposed to keep Kanate and have the defenders that we have now, and we would have been fine. And it's like people thought in their minds because Kanate left, everyone hates him. And because Jacquet stepped in, he's also French and he wears number 5. Yeah, we don't need him. Good, he can go. No, we kind of still needed him.
I'm going to quote you, Matt. They wanted a new hero in the same way they said Conor Bradley could replace Trent. They wanted a new hero.
Facts.
Frimpong is only good at cutbacks. Bro can't cross. I agree with you that delivery needs to be better. 100%. 100%. That's the key. If Frimpong can cross a ball, he can become one of the best in his position in the world. They just need to learn how to cross.
It's a bit funky, I'll be real. He's better at like kind of cutback, kind of. He's not really. Yeah. That's why I feel like, if I'm Isak, I'm probably just looking for Kirkes' crosses.
Big up to all of you guys locked in. 1.3k people in the building. We're at 350 likes. Big up to you guys. Let's try to push to 400, 500. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the pinned comment at DonHussam6. And add me on Snapchat if you use that as well. And hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Now, the game itself. Or actually, Callum, what did you write down? Tell me.
I just wrote down. I wrote down a list of centre backs that we have and the other teams in the league have.
Is this because of Tom?
Yeah, partly.
Tom, where are you, bro? You're needed at the stage.
I do a video on it separately. It's fine. I don't want to take up the show.
Sure?
Yeah, positive.
We can talk about it if you want because we didn't do much on this.
No, I think it comes down to expectations again, Sam. I don't expect Iraola to win the league, but I'd like Liverpool to at least be in and around 3rd minimum. With our centre-back options on paper, if they're all fit all season, then we could absolutely do that. But we also know that football doesn't play out on paper. Our centre-back situation is diabolical.
If we get 1 centre-back, 1 right-back, and 1 winger, all right, let me just say, Barcola, a right-back, a centre-back. Can we challenge for the title, yes or no?
Potentially, yeah. But what I will also say is another thing. We all sit here and act like Virgil van Dijk can't go through bad form or get injured as well.
But you must have. Nah, don't.
Did you watch the Friday stream?
Did you watch the stream?
No, I haven't.
Me and Hassam was saying to
Tom and Drifty acted like we were crazy for saying.
We were saying something crazy when we said we still think Van Dijk is good.
He went for a shit. Thomas Little, he went for a shit.
So British. I wasn't expecting that. No.
You ain't gotta do some major calls.
Yeah. All we were saying literally.
That's the last time I try and get a fucking delivery on stream, isn't it? Christ. The fuck is that?
Hey, he released all what he had in his stomach from Callum kicking his ass on stream.
No, I haven't watched the Friday show, but if that's what you guys was like, this notion that Van Dijk's just gonna be immortal, he's a human being. Has he
Cal,
played at an elite level? Yes. Is he elite centre back? Yes, but he's a human being.
Cal,
Like-
he's got on. He's all right. Year older. Played a World Cup. He was already tired, doing a lot of heavy lifting during the season, which is hard because obviously everyone was out of form, even himself. He's now got an inexperienced centre back next to him. If as things currently stand, he will be asked to do more work. He'll be asked to do more running, take even more control, because now you've got to help your young centre back partner throughout the game as well. There was no harm in saying it's more pressure on Virgil this season, and it is a little bit worrying. And him expecting to not even pick up one injury, or us expecting him that he's not allowed a break, is mental to me. And when I look at all the other centre backs that were of his age, of a high level, you have to start managing their minutes. Does that mean Virgil plays 20?
Not just centre backs. Not just centre backs. Salah last season.
No, I know.
Salah had an all-worldly season the season before. And yes, tactics come into it. But that weren't the same Salah from the season before, even with the bad tactics. Why?
Yeah.
Human being.
Yeah.
Salah there should have been someone else in the team that we could have gone, we're going to rotate with Salah. We didn't have that. So what happens when it happens at centre back? Because you can cover it up at right wing. You see, if your centre back's funky, you can't cover that.
You can't. You
can't cover that.
Bro.
And then and again, I hate to even do this. We keep on just saying the centre back situation, he's going to be playing next to an inexperienced Leone or inexperienced Jacquet or injury prone Joe Gomez. I love him. He's my favorite Liverpool player, but Alisson picks up a hell of a lot of injuries. So that means you're going to also have to marshal with Mamardashvili behind you, who 3/4 of the fan base don't even rate. Can we give Virgil some protection?
Yeah.
Or does he have to go out onto the field with a gun with no bulletproof vest, wearing orange so everyone can see him as well? Because that's what it seems like. I said it at the beginning of the window. Liverpool should be trying to get 2 centre backs, and I got told to shut my mouth. I'm being entitled. I'm being greedy. Not aimed at you, by the way, Tom. I know we laugh and joke, Tom. That's not aimed at you. You've never called me those things. But I've been told to shut my mouth. I'm being entitled. I'm being negative. 2 centre backs is what Liverpool need. Leone should be 5th choice centre back this season.
Yeah.
You should be 4th.
No, he shouldn't. He's not even doing team training yet. Not even doing team training yet.
Cool. We only need to buy 1 centre back.
We all agree that
for me, we only need to buy 3 players. I think we only need to buy 3 more players. I think he's buy Barcola, Zabani, and a defensive-minded right back. And Liverpool.
Even the midfield. Everyone's forgotten about midfield.
Did we not watch Trey Busquets against Sunderland?
As I said, everyone's forgotten about midfield.
You know what, Cal? You know what? We'll do it now. Here's my squad list for next year for what I think is perfectly fine. And you, in your infinite wisdom, and Matt can join in as well. Sam can fuck off. You're going to judge this squad and assess whether these players should be involved or not. Goalkeepers. Alisson, Mamardashvili, Woodman. I don't think we need to buy.
I'm more than happy with that, by the way.
Yeah. Right back, I've just written down Guella Doué or Jed Spence, a defensive right back.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, we need a right back.
With Bradley and Ramsey in behind them.
Okay.
Centre back, one of them, Gomez is like just anywhere that I can't get rid of you this season. I need you for registration. You just go whatever in the defence. Gomez, Van Dijk, Jacquet, Leone, Zabani, NDI. That's the centre back depth. Left back, Kerkez, Tsimikas. It's not ideal, but it has to be done.
I didn't see the game, and I know Carl. Me and Carl kind of
did not play well either.
Disagreeing about Tsimikas. I don't know what's happened to him. Like I didn't see.
It's not 2023. That's what happened to him. It's not 2023 anymore. Simple.
No, but you make it seem like he's. Is he Chiesa finished, or is he just a little bit?
When you get a chance, just watch it back, bro. I don't want to come in here and criticize.
That means he might be Chiesa finished.
It wasn't good.
But remember, it's preseason and players are like some of them are not even close to being fit. Fitness levels vary between where players are in it as well.
Simicast has been there all fucking pre-season, mate. We somewhat fit.
Aye, we can all agree, right, that this is the weakest Italian league we've seen in our lifetimes, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably. Yeah,
Probably.
Not in
Simicast
Tom's lifetime, but
Simicast couldn't get games at Roma last
no,
season.
don't do that. No, do you not? No, Carl, you're sending out a hit for Simicast because I get what you're saying, and maybe there was more to it, but be real. Would Chiesa getting any top Italian squad right now? No, I don't think he would. I don't think he's good enough.
I think.
I mean, I will say.
I'll shock you with that answer, Matt. I think he would start for a lot of Italian teams, buddy.
No, top man, not like a Palermo.
Oh, really?
No.
Chiesa would start for Juve themselves.
Juve.
He'd start ahead of Conceição with these.
He's not better than Conceição now.
No.
Conceição is the definition of a futsal YouTube footballer. I wouldn't take Conceição if you slapped me in the face with it for free.
Bro, no. See, this is what I'm saying.
Big ups Floyd though. I don't mind that shout for left back either. If you want to go Callum Scanlon, he was very impressive as well. It's a gamble. But yeah,
didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? See, that's the problem.
So, Tom, do you know what? Tom, let's see if we actually come to common ground here.
Mm-hmm.
What about Mateus Sula for the right wing?
I like Mateus Sula, but I don't think he's necessarily what we need now.
That was the guy you wanted last summer, Tom. You think I forgot?
No. I've liked Mateus Sula as a footballer.
He wanted him last summer. A summer later.
Hear me out on this one. Just hear me out. He plays for Roma. Right, I think he's a good right winger.
I don't even know who he is, bro.
So here's my thing on the whole Sule situation, and I had the same stance with Akliouche. Mm-hmm. I don't think you'd have to break the bank to bring in Sula. I think you could probably get Sula for like 50 mil, right?
Probably less.
And he gives you balance for this season. I don't think that then stops you next summer potentially going out and getting another right winger who might be of a better standard.
Sure, that's a better option than going and buying a Minte or Neto. For me personally, the way he plays though, it's not what I want from the wing end, but it's a better shout than being presented with Minte or Neto for 80+ million quid. Sule for 40, it's better. And whilst it's not what I want to do, I can see the appeal to that one more so. In terms of the midfield, you'll like this, Cal. Bajcetic has made me list for midfielders.
Well, he has to because he's homegrown.
Well, no,
Did he even play?
It could have been McConnell. He's still not fit. It could have been McConnell, but I think McConnell needs an actual good loan. Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Nioni, Bajcetic is your midfielders for the season. Or your pivot guys, should we say. Wirtz, Gakpo, Barcola, Engamoa, Munoz, Chiesa, Isak, Elliott, Kumas, Morrison. Keep that's a good enough squad for you.
Good enough squad for what, though?
For what I believe Liverpool should be aiming to do this season.
Which is...
I want
you just say rather than speaking in riddles, bruv.
How's it a riddle? We've had this discussion. Cal, you
good enough.
Unlike Matt, you've been on every Monday show where I've had this discussion about 4 times where I've said,
"Don't bite, Matt. Don't bite, Matt. Trying to deflect."
I'm not even.
What I expect from this season
I am not
is a deep challenge in the league. Not necessarily win, but a challenge that takes you to like April. A domestic cup victory and minimum quarterfinals of the Champions League.
I unfortunately don't think we get any of those with that squad.
Yeah, because you're just a negative Nancy who doesn't trust the academy.
I know you.
I want shiny new toys. Trust
the academy.
Yes.
Wow.
Liverpool
When's the last time that worked, buddy?
Oh, I don't know. The fucking right back we had for the best part of a decade, who was one of the key pieces into winning.
Yeah, 8 years ago. What's happened in the 7 years since?
Exactly 8 years ago. So let's draw on that option.
Curtis Jones.
What about all the other players that have come through the academy in that time?
No, man said Curtis Jones. I think he's a good player, but
where's Jaden Dance, huh? Where is he?
Injured.
Yeah, I know.
Now Calgary.
No, one second. No, 1 second, because part of it is some academy players will get injured, so he's injured. Okay.
Yeah.
How about where's the rest of them? Where's Ben Woodburn?
He's at Salford, but if you're
where's that midfielder who looks like you?
Bobby Clark.
Yeah, where is he?
Derby.
He left long time.
Yeah. What happened to Bobby Duncan?
Fuck me. You can't sit
there
and go.
Keep mentioning youngster names. We'll be here till tomorrow.
Hold on. You can't sit there and go, you can't use Trent. He was 8 years though. and then bring up fucking Bobby Duncan, who left before Trent even really broke into the first team?
No,
Really enough names.
no, that's not true. Bobby
He
Duncan
left in
joined
2018.
Fiorentina.
All right. What's happened to Kay Gordon?
Kate
Yeah.
Gordon, he got released.
Yeah, he got released. Yeah, exactly
But
what I
There's
thought.
beer, man. They're just not making it.
We bought him in the same way we bought Rio.
Trey came from Leicester, my guys.
Yeah.
Trey's
Yeah,
from
but
Leicester, guys.
Kate
Rio's
Gordon came from
Chelsea.
Kate
And
Gordon
Rio's
came from
Chelsea.
Derby.
Can't play-
Kate
they-
Gordon
Bobby
came from
Duncan
Derby.
joined Fiorentina in 2019. You gaslighting
Fine.
fraud.
Sorry, it was 6 months later.
Gaslighting
What we got
bozo.
for it.
Hold on. No, Bunny, Tom. Name me a player from the academy that you is as good as what Trent was.
No, you haven't got one who's as good as what Trent was yet.
So don't
Because he
use
was a
Trent
generator.
then. Exactly.
No,
Don't
you
use
asked me for a success story from the. You asked me for a
Because
success
that's
story
like
from
me
the
saying
academy.
that's like me saying just bring through Kieran Morrison because Barcelona did it with your mouth.
Well, did you see Kieran Morrison's goal?
Oh God!
I'm just saying, he's a trust in these lads. Liverpool produced a lot of very good youngsters in
You
recent
went
years.
toilet. And
Oh
definitely left
yeah,
the door open.
Brewster. Where's Brewster?
We bought
You're the
Brewster from
type. You're the
Chelsea.
type of guy. You're the type of guy to go toilet and leave the door open, Tom. That's you. You're the type of guy who does that. You
All
probably
that
left the
because
door open right now. No toilet
Because-
duct, no air freshener. Just leaves the door open. Closes the window as well. Everyone's
All
got to
this-
smell your aroma, bro.
All this because I said I want to give the academy kids a chance.
No,
I'm getting an
because if you
attack
don't
on my
see-
character.
for the
That's
academy
crazy.
for the academy prospects to do well, they need to have players ahead of them that can help them and nurture.
Yes,
them.
and they do in every position I've mentioned. They do, except right wing, but Rio's already at that level. Centre back, they've got Van Dijk, they've got Zabani, they've got Gomez. Midfield, they've got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Jones.
Did you say?
You know what's
Gomez?
mad, Matt? Do you know what's
If
crazy,
they
man?
can learn,
If we-
guess what, Matt? Unless he gets fucking injured trying to teach a player, he can actually have a use for that.
Bro, I'll be
Get-
honest.
get-
His availability
get
is
this,
so
man.
bad.
Check this, Matt. Genuine question. Did
Mm.
anyone go into this summer window and go, I really want us to get Zabani for centre back?
No,
Not really, but it's the
No.
best. It's
no.
it's not a bad.
It's
shout,
because centre backs are moving, and
No, it's
he's
because
the
you've been
last-
linked to him. All of a sudden, he's sick.
no.
Oh,
I
hear the
just
premise.
think I just think he makes a lot of sense.
I hear the premise. Still, I hear the premise.
I just think he makes a lot of sense.
But we
Played
do this all
under
the
Iraola
time.
before.
Remember? I've
Other
been
passion.
listen, bro. It's mad. I don't know, man. Like, there's not a lot of options left in it. I think that's why people are thinking what makes like financial sense. I guess Zabani, who is like played under Iraola, and there is a potential you might be able to get him on loan, Tom on loan. But yeah, maybe that is one of the better options out there. Lacroix's gone to Chelsea. Is it done deal? I think he's gone or something. Yeah,
Pretty much.
Lacroix.
Yeah, he's all but done.
Yeah, and I know Tom don't rate him as highly, but I still feel like we just got to be really realistic. Even if you don't rate Lacroix as a serious top centre back, because I don't think he's serious, but he's still better than Xhaka. Like he just is. He's got years in the Prem. He's at a good, decent level. Xhaka can surpass him. Don't get it twisted, but we just got to say right this second. So that would have been a good deal to do, but we can't do it. So yeah, maybe someone like a Zabani.
Zabani just makes a lot of sense because of how Liverpool are going to end up playing football under Iraola. The centre backs need to be really good. At
Yeah,
passing the ball.
Zabani is good on the ball, and I like him because he's aggressive as well. And I think he's a good reader of the game.
Look, there are better than him. If Schlotterbeck was available and not injured, then
It's
100%.
injuries, isn't it?
I mentioned him beforehand, but I'm looking at the situation we've got now. Zabani probably fits most.
But do you know what annoys
we've
me?
got.
But do you know what annoys me in Liverpool though? We do this with every single position that we have here on the pitch here. We wait for things to get catastrophic to then kind of like go, oh, we better do something. Virgil's got a year left.
I don't disagree with
There's no guarantee that Virgil's going to stay past this season. You're just hoping that he signs an
No.
extension potentially.
No, but
there's no guarantee, right?
We know.
No,
what's
just hear me out.
happening
Hear me out. Though. Hear me out. There's no guarantee that he stays. Xhaka, first year in the league. Leone, we might as well just really call it first year in the league because he didn't play no games. Gomez injury prone, and that's all I said about it, right?
Yeah, at the minute, yeah.
We got
if you
four
buy-
in it.
If you get Zabani, it's the 5 that you need.
Bob, I'm gonna be real. We should really be buying 2 centre backs, but That's people don't.
No, because I think NDI can be that fifth centre back.
Do we have any news on the Gomez injury?
No, it's just a muscle injury. That's all we know.
For once, I agree with Tom. I trust the academy. This is the same guy that will join us on the Transfer News daily streams and will tell me Arsenal are crap, they're shit, and blah, blah, blah. And now he wants to trust the academy. Now he wants to trust the academy. Yeah, Habibi Akia, you want to trust the academy? Then don't expect Iraola to do. I feel so bad for Iraola, honestly. You know, I wish I could go back in time. If I could go back in time, there are 3 events I would like to change in Liverpool history. Number 1, the slip. Number 2, us buying Darwin Núñez. And number 3, the PSG game. I wish I could have 5 minutes with Arne Slot and slap the shit out of him and just tell him, listen here, you dumb bastard. You don't have to change the whole way and all the principles that we're doing because of one game. We ended up losing to PSG on pens. You could make the argument, actually, over the last 2 years, us and probably Arsenal in the Champions League final are the only ones that gave PSG a game. They essentially, in essence, slapped everyone else, basically. Had we just stuck to our principles, we wouldn't even be here, to be honest. And the thing is, like, when it comes to trusting youngsters, here's the thing that I want to explain to you guys about youngsters. Tom's bringing up NDI. Here's the problem with trusting an academy kid. An academy kid will play 10 games. He'll be good for 5 or 6 of them. He'll make a mistake in 2 of them. He won't be as good in the other 2. This is how academy players operate, and that's how they develop. A Premier League centre-back becomes better by making mistakes and learning from his mistakes. AKA Saliba out on loan. Developed grown man football for 2 years. Kwanzaa out on loan. Played grown man football. The problem is when it comes to Ndiaye and Ndukwe and Scanlon and all the youngsters is a youngster can look good in a team of 10 experienced players with him. So when Conor Bradley played, as an example, he didn't have 10 kids next to him. He had 10 players who are experienced, who have been there, done that. The problem for us is I can't rely on youngsters given the current state of the squad, because I might need to rely on Scanlon or whichever youngster Tom likes, away in a certain Premier League atmosphere or at home against a tough Premier League opposition. And then the guy will make a mistake, and then his basically he can't wear the Liverpool shirt anymore because it's too heavy on his back. Biggest example, Nalo. Nalo was good at the academy. He was okay, but he came on twice at Liverpool and got sent off. Now, if I tell anyone to trust Nalo, you will tell me I'm crazy. Okay. What's stopping Ndiaye in his Premier League debut from getting sent off as a youngster, as an inexperienced player?
Nothing, but there's
nothing.
Not stopping him from
Nothing. Yes, they can also make mistakes in the Carabao or the FA Cup, but there's a different pressure when you're playing in Premier League or Champions League games. Because when Tom makes the argument that he's going to trust them, I'm speaking for Tom here, but I'm sure Tom is not talking about Carabao Cup and FA Cup games. Trust them means I trust him to play a Premier League game here and a Champions League game there. That's what trust means. No one cares what Carabao Cup.
When I say trust, I trust him to be part of the squad and play in whatever role he needs to play in.
Yeah, but no one cares about Carabao Cup and FA Cup, let's be honest.
I mean, considering my season revolves around us winning one of them, I kind of do.
Yeah, so do I. I do actually think we need one of the FA Cup or Carabao this season.
So I'm gonna have to. I am gonna
like a springboard.
Yeah.
To kind of, I hear that.
This new era needs a trophy under the belt.
This notion that you can't buy players and trust it, I don't think the two have to be separate. I think you can buy players and still trust the academy, but it's about picking and choosing when you play and also picking the right players. Like, for example, us buying Barcola doesn't hamper Rio, in my opinion. For me, that helps Rio because it takes pressure off Rio. And it also means he's got someone in the squad he could look up to and go, okay, so that's what he does in those situations. Maybe I can include that into my game. I genuinely believe in order to get the best out of the academy, you need the senior players to be of a level where they can go to the academy players and say, look at what I do. I'm going to lead by example. The manager has trust in us, which means now that trust can filter down. There's a reason why Klopp was able to install youth players into the team as we were going through the years, because he'd already established the main squad. The main squad hasn't been established yet. So and even the whole blocking of pathways and stuff. If a player's good enough, they'll rise to the top. We had Nathaniel Klein, Joe Gomez, and all these other players that could play right back. Milner could play right back. Trent was the guy, though, innit? And he rose up.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened. So again, I just want
and
to have
even
a
Trent, when he
squad
came through, he got cooked by Rashford at the start a couple of times, had a couple of bad games. This notion that youngsters just slot in, they don't. Bro, even Rio Gomoa's had bad games last season. Even Rio, who's a very exciting youngster that everyone's happy to see.
I've also watched the senior players have bad games though. So I'm not gonna put myself off of developing these youngsters and playing these youngsters because of the fear of them having a bad game or two. When I know that can happen to anyone in the squad. My thing is, I look at some of these youngsters that we've got, and I think they can play a good role in the squad. Well, Drifty's, you know, I think they can play a role in the squad. I think
it'd be great if Drifty was here.
They've got parts that they can play, and I want to see them get their opportunities.
He didn't ask us on 3 months in advance. But anyway,
so when I'm mentioning guys, like, because I'm not going to the extreme level where every backup's got to be a youngster. That's stupid. But I'm saying the likes of NDI can be the 5th choice centre-back because I've seen us have success with that model before. The likes of Neoni could be the 5th choice midfielder because I've seen us have success in that model before, and they've impressed me when I've seen them play. Guys like fucking... The one that I wasn't really planning on, but he really impressed me in that game, and I remember what he was like when he broke through, was Kumas. I forgot how good Kumas can look in that role.
Good, right. I don't dispute that. But again, Tom... Here's the thing. When you speak about NDI and you say we've had success with that model before, you talk about Kwanzaa, right? Yep. Kwanzaa had a full season playing, as Hassan puts it, grown man football in England.
Okay.
Ndai hasn't had that. And Kwanzaa was older than Ndai as well. Ndai's what, 17? If I'm not mistaken, is he 17, 18?
Yeah.
Kwanzaa was like
by the way, Kumas has had that. Kumas played in the championship the whole season.
Yeah. Kumas has had that. Has had that. But Ndai
that's why when he plays for Liverpool, even pre-season, you see has a different like energy. Like I've played this before.
So my thing is this, Tom. Why can't Ndai and Ndukwe, not maybe so not more so Ndukwe, but why can't Ndai just play a season for the under 21s? And we go out and get someone. Because,
guess what, Cal? He can do.
Hold on, Tom. Because 3 of the 4 centre backs that we have right now have either got injuries or just coming back from a long-term injury.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So even if he's the 5th choice, really and truly, he's not the 5th choice right now. He's 2nd choice now.
Right now, he's not. No.
So why not? For me, again, I know I'm going to be called spoiled and entitled. For me, I'd go and get 2 centre backs, which means there's no pressure on Leone, there's no pressure on Ndai.
I think players need pressure.
When was the last time Jacquet played football?
March.
No, it weren't.
Was it February then? I don't know. It was the start.
But a little while ago, right?
Yeah, March or February.
And he's not played a game in pre-season yet. We don't know if he's going to be available for the next pre-season game. But we've got Newcastle coming up soon, which is going to be a massive game for us to start the season.
Cool.
So
I'm fine with
more experience.
Yeah, I want to get a centre back.
I'd rather try and get Virgil's replacement this summer than wait for him to go next summer, like what we've done with Salah this summer. Because all right, Tom.
We know what's going to happen.
Hear me out, Tom. What's to say we don't get to next year's summer and the centre back market isn't worse than what the right winger market is right now?
It might be. I know what we're going to do next summer, so it's pointless.
So
they're gonna bring Kwanzaa back.
Cool. And you think Kwanzaa's the Virgil replacement?
Right now, no. But I know that's what they're gonna do. They wouldn't have included the fucking buyback otherwise.
I'd rather bring back Kwanzaa.
It's obvious that's what they want to do. Get a homegrown lad back in after he's had 2 years. It's effectively a glorified 2-year loan. Now, whether you think he's at that level or not, who knows? He probably isn't. But I think that's what they're going to do. For me, this summer, 1 centre-back is enough. Zabani coming in would be enough. Because, yes, there are problems and there are question marks about half that defence. 100%. Don't know about Leone's, fitness, although he should be back around September time. Gomez, we know he's a ticking time bomb. Jacquet will be back for the last American preseason game. And hopefully he can stay fit beyond that. The reality is, if NDI is here, I know I've been calling him 5th choice. He's 6th choice centre-back because Gomez will stay. Now, whether you value Gomez or not, technically on a depth chart, he sits there.
Gomez staying and leaving makes no difference to Liverpool Football Club.
Not just that, Gomez might have to play right back as well, Tom.
Yeah, Gomez play like 3 games.
I mean, I want Calvin Ramsey to stay and play there, but yeah, if Calvin Ramsey doesn't stay, sure. So I understand.
By the way, just to change this conversation a bit, because we've been harping on about the centre back situation. Let's talk about Iraola's play style. Let's pump up this chat a little bit. Let's talk about the way that we played in that game.
Loved it.
Right, Cal, back on the centre backs. Then it was good. Right, Cal, back on the centre backs. We've had so much fun on this stuff.
Mute him, Hassan. Mute him. Hassan, on Saturday morning, I went to bed at 3 a.m. I woke up, took the kids football. Then it was Robbie's birthday on Saturday, so spent all day out playing football, doing a football party for Robbie. Came back, still was up late, and
interviewed an MMA superstar.
Interviewed the MMA person. Hassan, when I tell you I was operating on 4 hours sleep and I was knackered, Hassan, I was screaming on stream because I saw my players at Liverpool Football Club pressing in tandem. They were running for each other. They were creating patterns. They were creating chances. They were burning teams to the floor because they couldn't breathe, Hassan. I've missed this. Players having the composure to pass the ball. Trainioni getting his head up and going, I can fizz that through the lines. Hold that. Guard midfielder, hold that. You lot move out there. I've got the ball. I'm Trainioni. Kumas, Szoboszlai's goal as well, by the way. Crazy. Then his pass through for Kumas, the drop of the shoulder, the finish. Beautiful. Kieran Morrison cuts inside, strokes the ball home. Love it. First half an hour, I was thinking, these lot are still hungover from slot. I saw a bit of slot ball in there. I seen a little bit of slow and lethargic. Second half, I was like, yeah, run it. I love it already. And even the way the players are speaking about Iraola. And again, I'm not going to go too crazy because the players were speaking about this, like about slot in the first preseason. But I think you can just tell the difference in personality between Iraola and Arnie. These players want to play for Iraola and Liverpool Football Club. These players want to run through a brick wall for him, and it showed on the football pitch. Up until the dying seconds of the game, these guys were pressing, harassing, tackling, shooting, passing, doing what was meant to be done when you're wearing a Liverpool shirt. If this is the beginning, can't wait to see year 1, year 2, and year 3. Iraola, he looks like he's doing the business straight away. Even the inside training, I don't even see them drinking coffee anymore, Sam. I don't even see them drinking coffee anymore. All I see is them dap up each other for the first 30 seconds and they're already out on the training pitch. Szoboszlai was hunched over, biting oxygen because he was tired. When was the last time we saw Szoboszlai tired? In training, nonetheless. Run it, man. I love it. Absolutely love it. Iraola, if this is what he's bringing to the table, I'm all for it. All for it.
Why are they calling you Top Red Callum in the chat?
I'll call me Top Red Card and run it.
Because he's being positive, and apparently if you're positive about anything at the minute, it's top red behavior.
I can't lie to you. I love the way we played football. It was beautiful. The pressing was incredible. The way we attacked was incredible. That's why when I say I felt bad for Iraola, I really did, because I just wish we could give him the players. But bro, I love it. I love it. I can see them pressing. I can see them attacking. I can see them playing for each other. Exactly what Callum said. You could see the style. You could see immediately 4, 5, 6 players pressing. You could see all that. And it was just beautiful to see. It was literally categorically beautiful and unbelievable to see. Like, and to be honest with you, I got excited. I really did get excited, you know, in terms of, because here's the thing, we can speak about like transfers all we want. At the end of the day, Liverpool fans need to be up for it, and Liverpool fans need to be excited. And at least when there's a bit of passion and desire and hunger by the players, there's a bit of excitement. So, yeah. Matt, even though you only watched highlights, talk to the people.
Listen, from what I saw, which is not a lot, I need to actually go back and watch the game in its entirety. I was impressed with obviously the main players like Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai done well. You kind of know what he's going to bring to the table. One thing I noticed, and big up Jamie, because Jamie just called me now. We was on a certain show,
Hassan's voice noting at the moment. You know he's in trouble, innit?
Yeah.
No, Habibi. I was just looking at her, Habibi.
Yeah.
Habibi,
We said.
You know I love you, Habibi. Habibi, I was just looking at her, Habibi.
We literally said, Carl, me and Jamie were like, these players can all press and counter press. They can all do it. No, some of them can't. Profiles. It's mad, isn't it? When you get a manager that gets you, like a Jurgen Klopp, tells you what needs to be done, players can do it. So even though Arne Slot was a problem, because he always was a problem, these players could always press. They could always counter press. It was about who was the leader. We didn't have the right leader at that point. We had an imposter, unfortunately, because we thought he was the right person. Lo and behold, he was an imposter. And all I'm saying is this, Cal. It's taken Iraola how many weeks to get us to look like a team that can be aggressive? Even Kirk has after the game, you're going to see a different Liverpool. We're going to be aggressive this year. Oh, is it? Because I didn't think we had the plans to be aggressive. Oh, but guess what? We can be aggressive. Because even though some people aren't as good as pressing and counter-pressing, they can still do it. It's about effort. When you get to the higher parts, we're talking about players like Firmino, who have the maddest IQ how to do it. That's a different story. We're talking about elite pressing. We're just talking about pressing and counter-pressing across the board. Do you get what I'm trying to say? These are basics that footballers can do, It's a thing where if I'm playing football and the manager said to me, right, Matt, you're the right winger, you better make sure every time we lose the ball, you press the fullback. I don't want to see you let off and drop off into space and start walking around and waiting for the ball, Matt. I need you to be aggressive. If I want to stay in that team, I have to be aggressive. This is I know it's kind of slightly changing the convo a little bit, but this is why Barcola makes so much sense. Barcola plays for Enrique. Enrique is mad on pressing. Look what he said. Look what happened with Mbappe. Scolded him. We all saw it. Scolded him. He don't take no nonsense. This is why I like to see a manager already inserting himself in terms of how he wants to play, our identity. Like we look like now we have a clear way of playing. Are there issues we have in the squad? Yes, Cal. Like you said, with Tsimikas and Frimpong, because people were saying with the build-up playing it, we were struggling in build-up at times, innit? But that will change. That will get better. Hopefully, whether that means it's Kirkes for the left back option and we get a better right back that can maybe help us out. Point being is, though, bro, there's things there that I can tell. I know how my team's going to play. We've got identity. And if you believe in your identity and you believe that it's going to do something, stick with it unless you're Arne Slot and then you stick with it forever. But the point being is that if you think it's a winning formula, and you can see that, in my opinion, obviously we started well, you keep going and you keep improving. That's all we ask from this manager, And all we got to do is give him the tools, bro. And players like Trey Nioni, people were saying he might even already be ahead of Rio. Some people were saying it from season before we should have given Trey more minutes. We know what Trey's going to do. I think Trey's cold. Do you get what I'm saying? Kumas, though, I don't really know. It's a tough one. Like, it's pre-season. It's very early. But with some of the youngsters, give them a run out. Give them confidence. But also the senior players, they have to buy into what Iraola wants. And I know Chiesa has already. Obviously, he scored a goal. Like, it was a good finish as well. But I just don't know whether he can offer enough. But I'm not going to be mad at him for trying. But there's a lot of stuff to be done, bro. But we're on the right track. I will say that. We're on the right track.
It was just nice to see actual structure in the team that makes sense.
Yeah.
Out of possession, there was a desire to press to win the ball rather than to press to funnel the ball. I liked seeing how fluid the pressing was, how easily we could transition from a 4-4-2 into a 4-1-3-2 and be more aggressive and trap the opponent. It's exactly what you want to be seeing, and the players are spot on. This is what Salah was talking about. This is the style of football that we need, heavy metal football. That was what we saw. It's early days, that they're not 100% there. With the first teamers, I can only imagine it improves. But I saw a lot of positive signs there. And look, when you go into pre-season, you know what certain players can give you. Like in pre-season, I enjoyed watching Szoboszlai score his goal. Great goal. I kind of know what I'm going to get from Szoboszlai. I know what I'm going to get from Jones. I know what I'm going to get from the senior players. I do go into pre-season wanting to see what I can get from the squad players or the youngsters. I enjoyed seeing what I was getting from the youngsters there, because even if you go back to what pre-season was like under Slot, the youngsters didn't really get many opportunities. That this is what it's about. This is why I'm intrigued to see what we can do with some of them. It was a really positive start, and hopefully it's one that we build off of. But it just had everything you wanted to see. It wasn't perfect. It's not going to be, but it had all the principles that you want to be seeing from a Liverpool team. Everything that I need to be seeing. So I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, and he done it with limited quality as well. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when we started getting all of our, because obviously Isak's just come back, same as Verts. I think Gakpo and
Van Dijk
be given extra time off.
Yeah.
I'm not annoyed about that either. I think Virgil needs that time off. Trust me. Even Gakpo as well. Gakpo played a lot of minutes, so I'm cool with that. But do you know one thing I'm really excited to see? The one player out of everyone. It's not even Verts. It's Isak. You see Isak, yeah? Because he had such a troublesome first year, it's almost like some people forgot who we have at our disposal. You know, Isak is one of the baddest strikers in the world. Not just Prem, in the world.
Yeah.
Isak, yeah, in this setup, should go to a new level. And that's because if we're going to be aggressive and win the ball back, more times than not, we should be able to create more chances for him. Chances that are good chances. Let me tell you something right now. When Isak was at Newcastle and Murphy had to play out of his skin and Gordon, Isak, I think the most he banged in was about 27 in all comps, yeah? If we play to Isak's strengths, and that is be aggressive and give him the ball at the earliest opportunity, brother, you're looking at 20 to 25 goals from Isak. That's what he's capable of. Like, in my opinion, he's still the second best striker in the league. The reason why I can't call him the best is because his consistency is not up there. But if we're talking about talent as well, bruv, when he was at Newcastle, everyone was like, nah, this guy's too sick. We signed him as a bad year. Oh, nah. Isak, man, nah, man. He's not, I knew he wasn't even that good. Yeah, he's overrated. He's just a Newcastle guy.
Ekatike is a better finisher. He's a better.
Yeah, Ekatike is better than him. Rare. Bro, Ekatike is cold. But we're acting like Isak hasn't bagged like 20 goals in 3 consecutive seasons, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Isak is a bagsman. He's a marksman. Like, bro, I'm telling you from now, if there's one player I need to stay injury-free, it's Isak. Out of all the players that we have.
Of course.
And if means if that's the case, we also have to protect him as well. We have to protect him.
We can protect him, 100%, Carl. But Hassan said it as well. If you can get like 30 to 32 games in the Premier League season out of Isak, I promise you, Isak will cook, bro. Isak will cook, bro. And listen, it's like we've signed him again, because it's like, I even put a tweet out today. I was like, man, they must have forgot. Like, we got this madman. Do you remember the video where they said, what do you want to achieve from your career at Liverpool? And he sits there next to the camera and just goes, I want to win everything. And then the guy didn't know what to say next. Brother, and he was just looking down the lens of the camera saying, I'm a psychopath. Give me any trophy. You just got to give me the platform to succeed. Unfortunately, Slot failed, and so did his hamstrings and whatever. But yeah, let's just hope we get a better version of Isak. You know, them ones there.
Okay. Let me do these supers before we wrap up. Big up to Ty, who's being cheeky. Guys, can we get the likes up as well, please? How many likes are we on? Let's get the likes up, please. We're on 457 likes. Let's just try to get to 500. We're 30 likes away, so please hit the like buttons. Oh, I'm not going to put Tom on the top row. That's disgusting. Please hit the like button and subscribe, chat. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Link is the pinned comment. I didn't say nothing. Hassan, with Barcola coming, it's like your boy Gakpo will have to go. I know he's your favorite, but there are levels to this game. Bye, Cody. He's my favorite, just like Diaz is Tom's favorite. Just like Salah is Callum's favorite. You know, same thing. Big up to you, Ty. Don't take the piss in it.
Salah was actually my favorite. Salah actually
Yeah.
was very
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, see, no one buys it. Zabarni is a must. Doué's brother for right back. I'll be honest, but I'm not as precious about centre mid if Trey gets games. Leone is going to show levels. You never walk alone. Listen,
Neone was very good against Sunderland, by the way. Very good.
It's Trey's. What?
Neoni's good every time he plays. Neoni's actually very good whenever he plays.
Yeah,
Trey's good, bro.
Leone was good against Sunderland.
No, Neone.
Train
Oh,
Leone.
okay. I was about to say Leone
yeah,
didn't even play. I'm sorry.
Bro, Leone can't
Leone
even
was
train.
good.
If I don't, no, they're not in proper training. But
I wouldn't say he's very good. I think he's okay player. I don't see the hype personally. I think he's just okay.
wow.
I see. I do. I actually think Trey Neoni's ahead of Rio in his development. It's just that Rio's been given more game time.
Fair enough. I
I
disagree.
just think Training's game time and he will cook.
I think
Trey's
he's
cold.
just okay. Cold is too much, but fair enough.
No,
I need
Train is
someone-
cold. Anyway, go on.
I need Tom on the end of a real Batista bomb. I hope so. I'd love to do it. I volunteer. I volunteer as tribute. I volunteer. I would pay money to do that.
Results that, by the way.
I'd pay money to Batista bomb him through a steel table and choke slam him after, and then like giving a pedigree on the stairs, bro. I'd love to do it.
Mental.
My dream is to just slap Tom Little in the face one time so hard that his teeth fall out. That's my dream right there.
That's crazy.
Is the fifth choice center back that much pressure? I mean, yeah, because we've got one guy coming back from a real log injury. We've got another guy coming back from injury. The other guy is 36. And one guy is literally made from Weetabix. So, yeah, it is a bit of pressure, mate. So, yes, that's an answer right there. Trey Ione, last 20 minutes versus Fulham, 2-0 up. So what? Didn't we draw that game 2-2?
No. No.
Yes, we did.
That game never happened.
Oh, there you are.
I want to say
that game never happened.
Unless it was the game last season at Anfield, but then we didn't end 2-2, ended 2-0.
No, the game away from home.
It was never. We were never 2-0 up. We were 1-0 down. Then we went 2-1 up, and then it was 2-2.
Yeah, I think Akri is saying.
Bro, the Harrison Reed game.
No, we were 2-1 up for Sam, and they brought it back to draw 2. I think again, I don't want to speak out of term. I think Akri is saying if we're 2-0 up against Fulham and Trey comes on for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's what it means. Yeah, he's comfortable in that situation. He's perfectly fine in that situation.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, he just said in the chat it's a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a suggestion. Can you stop calling him Akuya as well? It's Akia. Thank you very much. It's Akia, not Akuya.
Chelsea are trying to buy Danny Welbeck.
That is such an evil laugh.
Why are Chelsea trying to buy Danny fucking Welbeck?
I go on, are you free?
Wait, who's their main striker again?
Joao Pedro.
It's actually not a crazy shout.
No, but they got.
He would come in to be their backup.
That means they're selling Delap.
He'd be replacing Delap, I think.
But Delap's only been there for one season.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think we're the club to be laughing at Danny Welbeck right now. He kind of dunks on us quite regularly.
Delap is the guy that Callum wanted.
Yeah,
Tom romanticizes football, not realistic at times. I do agree. Listen, at the end of the day, this whole trust the academy, the ideal scenario would be for 11 academy players to come in and win us the league, but that's just not going to happen. You know, this romanticizing of football, at the end of the day, this will put us down the drain as well. So we need to be able to buy players.
Sorry, Hassan. They still got Jackson, Hassan. I forgot.
Well, it's up in the air. It's up in the
air. Yeah, but I think they're going to send him to Villa. Villa want him.
Okay.
Nione plays like a younger Gravenberg.
I actually don't think them.
No, he doesn't because Nione can pass.
I don't think them getting Welbeck is a bad idea.
I think Nione can pass.
I was laughing at it because it's just so fucking out there. Why is Danny Welbeck coming to Chelsea now?
I'll be real with you. If it was either Chiesa or Gakpo or Danny Welbeck being my backup striker for Isak, I'm picking Danny Welbeck.
Oh,
yes, we are.
Oh, yeah. Welbeck's better than Chiesa at striker. Yes. Gakpo. Yeah, he probably is. Well. Yeah.
We know why Tom wouldn't pick Welbeck, but we'll leave that for a different day. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. All the links are in the description. Guys, because he's Mank, obviously. We know the reason. Scousers and Manks don't like each other. Come on. Why do you guys assume Tom's racist? He's not racist. He has a lot of friends who are not white. Big up to you, Tom. So... at least he doesn't call me a terrorist in the background like a certain someone. Anyway, hit the like button, guys. But why did you speak? I said certain someone.
Because you said it so many times now that everyone knows.
The shoe fits now, Tom. Did I name names? Tom, did I name names?
Terrorism. Crazy.
Did I name names? I didn't name names. I didn't say anyone's name. He spoke up. He knows. Guilty, Your Honor. Anyway. Hit the like button, boys. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Jokes aside, Sanderson show is in the description. Go watch his MMA interview. Matt 1 is in the description. He plays FIFA sometimes. Tom Little, I can't promise. eFootball. I can't promise you content, boys. Link is in the description for Tom Little. Like this video, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys back for A-listers tonight at 11 p.m. UK time, inshallah. Peace out, Habibis.
Big up. Sorry, before we go, Sam. Have you